Tom, how are you, mate?
I'm good, yeah. How are you going?
Good, man, good. Thanks for popping in today and doing an interview with us. It's fantastic.
No worries.
I'm Ben from Waxx Lyrical, and we're here at Catalog Music in Brisbane, which we've just been told you guys are going to visit when you come to Brisbane for your first ever, or not your first ever, your first tour date of this Wabi Sabi tour.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Man, that tour is going to be something. You must be excited. The album has gone so very well for you. What were your expectations rolling into Wabi Sabi? You know, it's your second record, so your expectations must have been somewhat there. But what do you feel?
Yeah. I think we just chipped away at it over like a year or year and a half even, making it, and then we sort of were like, oh, we probably got enough songs now, and that's sort of like within a few months, just all of a sudden we're like, let's just do it. Let's just put together. We picked a bunch of tracks and just all right, I think we got an album there, and then so it kind of came together pretty quickly, but also took like the actual forming of putting it all together was quick, but we sort of did it a day here and there over the course of like a year. So yeah, I think the whole band are pretty stoked with the reaction. I think having Beat Your album on Triple J and stuff like that was pretty, we weren't really expecting that, so that was really nice. And then I think we're super keen to tour it. Yeah, it's like the tour's just about to start, so it's pretty exciting times.
Amazing,
it's been practicing the songs, learning all the new stuff, which is it's fun.
Yeah. And congrats on the Triple J feature album and that little a version you did of Ladyhawk. Both incredible accolades for your ever-growing canon of achievements.
Thank you.
I first heard a track on Triple J. I don't know if it was feature album week, but it must have been before that, and it really jumped out at me, and I called your manager, Neil, straight away to say, hey, when's this record coming out? Are you doing it on vinyl? Can we feature it in the club as the first one of the year?
Unreal.
Yeah, man. I mean, what would you say the difference for you as you're the lead singer and lead guitarist, aren't you, in the band? What would you say the difference between album 1 and 2 is, and your approach to album 2? Because it's a lot different, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's probably the first album was maybe slightly more DIY in the sense that we weren't a lot of the songs on the first album we didn't really work with a producer in the tracking and stuff in it. Like we did, it just felt like every song had a bit of a different journey as to how it was finished, but a lot of it was sort of done at home, and then we had Dylan Adams mix it, and then so that he sort of tied it all together, and he did some additional production here and there as well. So it's like a big mix of collaboration, to be honest, on that first album. And then with this album, we kind of had maybe a little bit more of a streamlined formula. It was still kept a bit of DIY in it, in the way that we were recording a lot of the bones of the track at home, and then we worked with Isaac Wilson to we spent kind of a day per song to just produce it up, amp it up, redo a lot of we redid the vocals with Isaac, and just anything we could do to kind of just enhance it. But we were definitely still using the core demo elements like we did on the first album, but I think maybe the difference between the two albums was it was a defined construct of Isaac coming in at the end and really I don't want to say the end, but what I'm trying to say is I guess we had a song you could press play on, and then it was Isaac, what do you think, with fresh ears, and he'd come in and be all right, let's redo the drums and let's redo this, and we'll keep that, but we'll do this, and we'll arrangements and stuff. It was really good, a nice collaborative. It's kind of nice sometimes. I think you can get pretty stuck sometimes with some songs. You're I think it's in a good place, but it's good to have fresh ears come in and yeah, just kind of make some of those final decisions for you in a way.
Yeah, just
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I think that's kind of the main difference.
yeah, just to assist with like so you don't get too close to the music and lose perspective and all those sorts of things, right? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're
For sure. Yeah.
you're unabashedly a pop band, which I love. You know, a lot of people think pop's a bit of a dirty word. You guys, I feel like we can get to know you really, really quickly and easily on Wabi Sabi. You seem to wear your heart on your sleeve, so to speak, to use a tried and true cliche. But
Yeah.
I mean, would you say that's true? Are you the lyric writer, Tom?
Me and Mike
And Mike,
do
yeah,
the lyrics,
yeah,
and for the most part, like occasionally, be recording vocals, and Isaac could jump in and have an idea. Like we're not super strict on it, but yeah, I think generally speaking, the bulk of it is from Mike and myself. And yeah, I do think we don't shy away from just sort of letting our yeah, I don't know, for lack of better words, like letting all the emotions out or letting our experiences into the music and the lyrics. I think, yeah, there's definitely like thinking about the songs now on the album, like the ones that I've written or wrote the lyrics for. It's like, yeah, definitely a lot of just personal experiences and not a whole lot of made up stuff on there. There's, yeah, it's pretty from the heart. And
yeah,
I think we've been trying to sort of do that. I think for well, probably since the beginning, I think we've kind of tried to do that, just stay pretty true. But like, we also have songs that are maybe about other people's situations or like potential, maybe a bit more broader things for people to really make their own from it. But yeah.
yeah. Those universal themes as such. Do you ever worry about being too vulnerable, or are you saying too much about yourself?
Yes and no sort of thing. Not for a while. I feel pretty good about this one. I think I'm happy with everything lyrically. So
Awesome, awesome.
it's kind
Now,
of nice.
one thing that it's very nice, isn't it? One thing I notice, well, anyone would notice as soon as they listen to the moving stills, is you're very much focused on groove, aren't you? You want people to dance.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think we've definitely made that a focus point. Like probably for I'd say 5 or 6 years now, we've definitely tried to not be not be too like loud and but more so be like thinking about how to I don't know. I think Neil has been a big part of this, like in the early sort of stages of trying to establish this as a bit of a model that we work with, but like trying to not be too like I said, like loud and washy, but more just try and let the melodies and the beats kind of work in a way that gets people moving or engaged or just like gets people interested in whichever way. But yeah, ideally, like it's really lovely starting to with the last few years are really starting to see that shows like we've sort of explored some of the more upbeat stuff on this album as well, and that's been really really fun seeing people like engage with that. And yeah, we're just playing around with different tempos and vibes and styles, and it's cool seeing people react to it differently. And I think there's definitely something to be said for like once music is released and people are able to become familiar with it, it does add an element, like an extra layer of like engagement it shows. Like I've just noticed like some songs, we have just played a couple of shows this side of putting the album out, and like already starting to see songs like In Your City and stuff where people are like, we played those a few times live before the album. It's really nice if people have had a chance to listen to things, you kind of start to see that shows a bit, which is really lovely. So yeah, pretty excited for this tour because that's like, the first time we'll be playing a lot of tracks and the first time for a lot of people hearing them and stuff. So yes,
early days for a lot of these tracks. But what specifics are sticking out to you so far of those couple of shows you've been doing? What In Your City, obviously you said, but what's sort of sticking out to you as something that's really, really starting to come into its own?
We played Spaced Out Festival the other day, and West Side seemed to go like it just, I don't know, there was a feeling like it just was just quite magic, like how many people were like sort of engaging with it. It was really nice. So that one's that's been out for a good six or so months at least. So we've played that a bit, and it's always been great. But it feels like there's a special thing building around it a bit. But yeah, and like Volcano has been out for over a year now. That's like sort of become one of our, I don't know, yeah, like we sort of finished the set with it and stuff, and that's really fun as well. Kind of there's a solo that Mike had in the song originally, and it kind of didn't really make the cut for the recording, unfortunately, but we've sort of put that back in live, and that's always like a pretty fun, just like chaotic almost sometimes ending to like, because it just gets all, yeah, there's some fun moments. But yeah, I'm keen to play some of the groove stuff as well. I think seems to be a good reception so far. So like In Your City and Drive Home and stuff should be pretty fun. And Wabi Sabi as well, the title track.
Absolutely. And the lesson's almost drum and bass. Well, it is drum and bass. I mean, how does that fit into the set? Does your drummer play that live?
Yeah, well, once we started recording that song, we were like, okay, we should probably start working this out now. So we have been playing it for a little bit, and it's going all right. Yeah, it's funny. Like, I don't know. I've seemed to get a lot of people. It's nice to have the variation. I feel like it seems to have paid off from this album. Sort of everyone's got their own taste, and they've like, yeah, there's something for everyone a bit, maybe. I don't know if it's weird to say about our own album, but it does definitely have a few different flavors. And yeah, that one's kind of like, yeah, it's not probably expected from us, but it's quite exciting. Yeah.
Where did it come from? It feels like it's got like a little Fred Again vibe or something going on there.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Mike sort of wrote a lot of that production, sort of the beat and everything, and like made it all very like drum and bass style. And then he and I got together and we like wrote a chorus for it, and tracked some guitars, and it's like kind of like tried to build it into like a band sort of a song. He worked on it some more, and we worked on it with Isaac, and just like put some live drums over the beats. And yeah, I don't know, that's kind of how Mike sort of had the initial idea. He was listening to like a lot of Lude. I don't know, he's been doing some really amazing remixes, I feel, in the last year or so, and yeah, they're sort of undeniably like pretty powerful, like just the energy in those beats, and like, and the largeness of everything. So we're like, yeah, Mike was pretty keen to try it, and yeah, we're all pretty on board with that too. Like,
yeah,
because I feel like you hear a lot of those quick beats in a lot of indie music, but yeah, I guess we definitely lean into the drum and bass style of beat. So yeah,
songs like that for me are very exciting from a band like you, because it kind of lends itself to like, well, what's this band going to do in the future? And I feel like I can see 10 years into the future where the moving stills are still kicking and messing around with sounds and stuff, and that
rad.
That always feels good to me,
Yeah, great. That's unreal.
Well, let's talk a little secret, Tom. What's a moment on the record that you're personally proud of?
I'd say, just off the top of my head, this I quite like the outro of Best Friend. I had some different stuff on the demo, and then I was doing vocals with Isaac, and I think he maybe extended it out a bit, the instrumental or something like that. I feel like maybe it was a little bit longer than what it was originally. And yeah, I just kind of like, we just kind of mucked around with it a bit, and I just sung a few different things, and I don't know, I'm quite happy that it was fairly organic in the way that those vocal bits, the end after the last chorus, kind of happened. And yeah, I don't know, I kind of wanted to channel some of like, it's kind of an interesting mix, but like in that song Best Friend, I was kind of trying to channel like a little bit of Preachers, a little bit of Phoenix, a little bit of the 1975, a little bit of Harry Styles.
Yeah, cool.
I don't know if anyone would hear any of those influences, but like that's kind of different bits and pieces in the song. That was kind of like what I was hearing for it. And yeah, I don't know. I think we ended up with something just like our own blend in a way. But yeah, I feel like that'd be it for me. Just, you know, there's like heaps of cool stuff. Like I love the bridge in like in The Lesson. Actually, I kind of glad it just like chills out for a second in that drum and bass song, and it's kind of yeah. Yeah, I'd say Best Friend at the end is kind of nice.
Yeah, nice one. Best Friend sounds like a real heartfelt moment for you, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, definitely. And I think I managed to, like, yeah, when I was sort of trying to record those bits and stuff, I was, yeah, definitely trying to like, lean into the feelings and stuff a bit. So, yeah, I think it is probably, like, yeah, wearing the heart on the sleeve a bit.
Yeah, man, it's really nice, really nice. What's the demoing process like for you? Is it literally just you in your bedroom toying with these and stuff?
Pretty much. Yeah, if I'm going to demo a song, I've just got a really basic setup, and then Mike's got the same. Like, he's got a setup at his place, and then yeah, it's pretty amazing these days. It's really great. You don't need too much stuff, but yeah, yeah, just kind of muck around, and then yeah, I think like it's not. I think we're not shy of changing our model either. Like it's just kind of sometimes like, you know, you write a song and you kind of want to show people, so you kind of just got to get some recording together and yeah. So, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what we'll do next for the next album. Like in terms of the writing and stuff, and we've got a bunch of songs around, but yeah, I'm keen to maybe get in a room a few times with everyone, and also, yeah, just do a bunch of collaborating too. I think that'll be fun to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a couple of standard questions that I ask because we're a record club. I suppose we send a bunch of your records around the country to all our members, which is very cool. So you'll start to see Wabi Sabi on everyone's Instagram, and there's a secret little undercurrent of hashtag vinyl community, which will
Unreal.
start to post that everywhere. What's the vinyl format? Is that meaningful for you and the band?
Yeah, I feel like behind my laptop here, I've got the first album on vinyl.
Oh, you have.
It's pretty nice to yeah, I think it's nice to have something you can hold and go, oh yeah, cool. We put this together, and yeah, it's really nice. I think because like CDs, I don't know what's happening with CDs, but definitely grew up like buying CDs and putting them in the car and listening to them, and I don't know, they're always like a pretty cool thing. But yeah, we've never made a CD actually, but the vinyl, you know, like I don't know, yeah, I'm really stoked to have like a hard copy vinyl.
Yeah,
something that
it's a truly beautiful package too, with the nice saffron yellow and you know, just the inner sleeves and all those bits and pieces just make for something a little bit more meaningful. Do you have records yourself? Do you have a collection?
I've got not particularly. My dad has a pretty good collection, so but yeah, I haven't really delved into that space hugely. But I do have like just a couple. I know I've got a couple of Midnight Oil vinyls.
Oh yeah.
And I've also got this cool Moses Gun Collective vinyl.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a cool band from Brizzy, and
one of the coolest.
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure Brad in the band. I think he has probably pretty sure he's got some vinyl. Maybe I'm completely making that up. I know Mike's had vinyl at times.
Yeah.
But yeah, we dabble in it, I guess.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, when I can tell everyone now, when you come to Brisbane, you're going to be playing an in-store here at Catalog Music, which will be super cool.
Unreal, yeah.
Can't wait for that. It's a beautiful room with, you know, nice sound treating. So you'll sound like $1 million in here. I can promise you that. And you're going to sign all our records for all our club members. So we'll sharpen up the Sharpies and get ready for that. That'll be cool. Well, I think that's about enough of chatting. Wabi Sabi's great, man. It's a little masterpiece. Congratulations once again. And
thank you.
You have to be super proud, and getting up on stage every night, it's just going to get better and better for you as time goes on, isn't it?
Yeah, thanks so much. That's so nice.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate that.
Well, congrats on being you, and congrats on everything that's going on. And it's going to be a huge 2024 for you guys. It's going to be massive.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that.
Anything else you want to say to people who are going to be listening to this record in full from back to front real soon?
I'd say thank you for listening, and maybe turn it up, listen with some nice speakers or some nice headphones. And yeah, if you want to come and see the songs live, we're about to tour all around Australia. So yeah,
Perfection, my friend.
Awesome.
Thanks so much for your time, Tom.